Hi, welcome to Thoughts Like Rabbits. Today we're doing a scripted video because we're trying out our new microphone. And we're going to be seeing if this format works better and see if you can hear us better. Anyway, Fox! And why he should be in the Bad Batch. We talked in a previous video about how he and Echo could really play off each other with the character development. This time we're going in a little more depth into how he would work with everybody. I'm going to start with his character as he stands right now. Fox is not an unthinking, forgetful coward like he is in the comic where he died. In the show, he stood up to Anakin and lived.
No one be allowed in there.
I don't care what she's accused of.
Let me in. Sorry, sir. The Admiral's orders stand. This is now a military operation and under his jurisdiction.
Why would he back down from Vader? If you think about it, if his chip was active, Fox would have killed the younglings himself, or just the older Jedi in the temple. It would have amplified his audacity, even maybe even bad-mouthing Vader. That would have gotten his neck snapped. He has shown himself to be gentle.
You should be expecting this scum.
Yes, sir.
And clever.
This is your brilliant plan?
Not the first time I've broken out of this stinkhole. The lock has changed.
It looks like he's having a pretty good day before Ahsoka escaped.
What's going on here?
It wasn't me.
So he can be relaxed, but everything he is makes sense for what he is. We did cover most of this in our other videos on Fox. How could he work with the Bad Batch? From what I've been thinking about, he would be a strong catalyst for character development for most of the cast. First, we're going to start with Echo. His character arc should be about grief and forgiveness. I think Echo's arc should start with Tech digging up AZ-3's memory and showing them to Echo. Echo would then start to grieve. He would find from that Nala Se tried to silence Fives. It would depend on the writers, but he should be faced with the option to kill her or not. Omega will beg him not to, but it should be his decision. Nala Se may try shifting the blame, like, I may have attempted to silence him, but I am not the one who ultimately ended him. Echo would ask, then who did? Just like Fox. She may not actually know it was Fox. Fox would likely show up a few episodes later, but not as Fox. What she means by that is, when he shows up, Fox may have abandoned his name and number. In the Clone Wars, Fox is one of the few whose face is never shown despite being in multiple episodes. He arrives so guilt-stricken and traumatized after Fives' death that he refuses to be acknowledged as a person. He would have learned that Fives was a good man, a good soldier, and that he was right, especially after Order 66. Think about it. Fox investigates after Fives' death, finds out about the chips, fails to stop Palpatine, and runs for his life, likely with a price on his head. Soon after, Order 66 happens, and he knows that it's his fault. He killed the only one who knew everything and could have saved all their brothers. It would have torn him up inside. He would have joined the team in order to redeem himself, either by protecting Echo with his life or letting Echo get justice for Fives. It would be interesting to see how it plays out, but it being Disney, Echo's more than likely going to forgive him. And that would be Echo's character development. It would have been a similar story with Rex. He would tell Rex first as he was there. Rex may lash out at him because of everything going on, starting with Fives' death. And Fox would agree with him. Rex then having to choose between forgiving him or not, but unlike Echo, he wouldn't kill Fox because he doesn't want another dead brother.
And I don't want to bury any more of our brothers.
He knows what it feels like to shoot a brother under orders.
Tell me, who gave you the orders to attack us? It was General Krell.
It would be really cool if they didn't reveal Fox's identity until that episode. And now we move on to the rest of the batch. How would Fox interact with Hunter? He has a listening problem, more specifically listening to Tech. Fox was the commander of the Coruscant Guard, so he's specifically trained to lead. Most leaders don't get character arcs. Here we've got 2. Hunter has problems giving boundaries, especially in Omega's case. He says no, she comes along anyway. The one time he tries leaving her with Sid, she proves herself a strategist and he feels bad for leaving her behind, even if it was the right decision. She's even disobeyed a direct order from Tech and Echo.
We'll enter through the lift. That should give us a slight advantage.
Omega, wait here.
No, we should stick together.
No, Echo's right. Crosshairs after us, not you.
Stay out of sight. If things go south, we'll send you a signal. Get back to the ship and contact Rex.
It's the signal.
Per CT-1409's instructions, we should flee to the research lab.
No, something went wrong. We have to help them.
But that means we will also be in danger.
Focus, AZ. I have an idea.
Fox, having been a prison warden, wouldn't let Omega sucker him like Hunter. If he was weak-willed, most of his prisoners would have gotten whatever they wanted. Mostly early freedom, weapons, and other things. There would be chaos. A good leader listens, not only when it's convenient for them. Hunter always cuts off Tech when he wants to say something important or interesting, when it has nothing to do with right now.
They call him Tech. Yeah, he can fill your head with useless info for hours.
Coating is capable of
No one
understanding.
cares. Keep moving.
Fox knows the benefits of listening. He knows that it is not important right now. What is not important right now can be important later. It's what a good warden does. If he didn't listen to his men, they would be dead, or a prisoner would be on the loose causing havoc. And Ahsoka would be dead. He may even tell Tech to walk and talk instead of shut up. It may make Tech voice his concerns more often because an authority figure is willing to listen to him. Tech seems more like a droid than a person in the way he's presented and treated right now. His arc could be about acknowledging his own humanity and mistakes. They could even have an episode where something happens and they realize how much they'd taken for granted. Maybe because he can't shove all of his stress and feelings in a box and verbally explodes at them, when he's decided he's had enough and leaves. An episode like that doesn't really need Fox. Yeah, it might also work if it takes them at least 2 episodes. Hopefully we get an episode similar to Avatar: Last Airbender's Zuko Alone, where Tech learns more about the people and state of the galaxy. Honestly, because talking is the main way Tech connects to people, he may end up trusting Fox over Hunter. Echo, after he finds out that Fox killed Fives and doesn't forgive him, he would try to drive a wedge between Tech and Fox, viewing it as keeping Tech safe. But it would be more damage than good for all 3 of them. Hunter at first may see it as Fox invading his turf, but comes to realize that Fox knows things he doesn't and willingly steps down. And when it's time for Fox to leave, he gives Hunter back his position. On to Wrecker. Wrecker's always been a follower. It's always Hunter or Tech who has the plan, and he just blows stuff up or punches things when he's told to. He did kind of learn a little responsibility when it comes to Omega, but he's never given any for anything else. Fox would see that all of the responsibility is on everyone else's shoulders, so he would teach Wrecker some form of responsibility. Maybe teach him how to handle the money, like how to bargain, needs versus wants, etc. Maybe teach him how to think through a situation and consequences of his actions. An easy way for him to do this would be Wrecker and Omega want Mental mix. Hunter tells them no. They want to go to Fox and ask him. He responds with, "Can we afford a dentist?" They shake their heads no. He says, "Then no, go buy some fruit." Wrecker's also had this kind of disconnect when it comes to killing because he's so used to killing droids, not people, and I don't think he's ever going to get it unless he watches the light go from someone's eyes, especially if he's the reason. Yeah, now we're on to everyone else. As a prison warden, he would have learned the stories behind all the criminals in his jail, because he got bored. Most of them would have lost one or both parents as a kid, so these people end up in either becoming criminals or getting caught up in something they shouldn't. This is exactly what happened to the Martez sisters when they worked with Ahsoka. The majority of people don't like them because Rafa is obnoxious and Trace is naive. They were children when their parents died and had to take care of themselves because they didn't have anyone else. I think that they were much better foils for the Batch than they were for Ahsoka. Hunter and Rafa both found themselves without support and having to provide for their siblings. Trace is smart but naive, and Echo is the war-torn soldier. He's also one of the 2 tech guys in the ship, so... Fox would see them as kids in need of a father and could step into that role. Rafa would refuse to let him in because she's seen herself as her sister's caretaker for so long. Trace would let him do it because he'd be the first one to care about them like that. They would slowly realize that he needs it as much as they do. And Sid likes him, might like him because he seems to know what he's doing and makes the team more effective. I think that with Sid is that she needs to end up as a mother figure for the group. She doesn't need Fox for that, but you can kind of see it starting in the Bug episode. I've got the whole idea of how Fennec Shand and Fox have a history. I'm going to cover that in a later video. When it comes to Crosshair, he really doesn't affect him all that much. It's more likely that he would help Hunter fix his relationship with Crosshair. And because of everything he thinks he is going through, it's likely that he's going to be fighting trauma and depression. He's going to believe that whatever Echo decides is what he deserves and won't fight him because of it. Just having Fives' death being a reoccurring nightmare, he may be so traumatized by it that he wouldn't be able to hold a gun. He would learn and teach how to solve their problems in non-lethal ways. You can't just smash all your problems. Says you. That's all we've got. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't have enough people here. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
All right, don't lose it. We'll be right there.
What's going on?
Stay